Tansay, Bashkonimgut, Dishinakashin, Kokum, Ruth Bijarnson, Cold Lake, Ashakia. I am a member of the Bear Clan. My great grandparents were residential school survivors. My grandparents were day school survivors, and my father is a 60 scoop survivor. I was born into an abusive household where drugs and alcohol were coping tools for the generational trauma caused by residential schools. When I was 2 years old, my mother got the strength to leave and raise me on her own. One day, during a brief moment of my father's sobriety, my mother allowed him to have a visitation. When she picked me up that day, I told her that my vagina hurt, and she immediately brought me to her trusted pediatrician of 13 years. There, he told her that my hymen was still intact, and that meant nothing had happened. That day, I was failed. That day, my mother was failed. And that day, my trusted pediatrician was failed. The first time I was raped, I was 4 years old. I kept that to myself because I had learned 2 years prior that the theft of my childhood and the theft of my soul did not matter. It took 29 years to tell anyone what happened that day on Warden Avenue. It wasn't until I became pregnant with my daughter during the pandemic that I started to speak out. I knew it would be naive to think the sexual, physical, psychological, and emotional abuse I had endured up to that point would not have an impact on my role as a mother. That's when I sought help through Chigamik Community Center in Midland, Ontario. There, I met an incredible staff of mental health professionals and traditional healers that helped me overcome my trauma and begin my journey to a better self. I wanted to have a traditional birth at home with my family, but due to complications, we were rushed to the hospital. Upon registering, I had the choice to declare my ethnicity. It is well known that you do not want to be Indigenous seeking health care from Georgian Bay General Hospital due to the systemic racism and mistreatment of Indigenous people. Because it was the birth of my child, I wanted to ensure her safety, so I chose not to declare that I was Indigenous. November 21st, 2020 at 9:21 p.m., my daughter came into this world. On that day, I was reborn. Today, she is 2 years old, and I have reclaimed my power by gifting my inner child the connection with my daughter in its entirety. We play, we laugh, we sing, we are silly, and we are fearless in our joy. Today, I stand empowered as a single Indigenous mother, reclaiming my culture, and I stand stronger than ever, not only for my family, but for all women and children healing the wounds of their sexual abuse. Because every child matters.